Привет! So did you know that the borders have just opened up here again in Ukraine? So foreigners can re-enter the country just at the beginning of October. And we're heading into the winter. You wouldn't think it. Obviously we're in autumn and it's absolutely stunning weather here. I'm out in a t-shirt in early October. And yeah, you would think it's basically still summertime, but it will get a good bit colder, obviously, pretty soon here in Eastern Europe and in Ukraine in particular. So today's Tip Thursday with me, Conor Klein. We're going to talk a little bit about whether you should consider visiting Ukraine this winter, 2020-2021. Поехали! So big question I've been getting over the last few days is, Conor, can I now come to Ukraine? So Ukraine was shut down for basically the month of September. You couldn't come as a foreigner without residency here, and that has now changed, so you can come again. Not quite normal rules apply. It's actually the rules from before that lockdown. So you will need a special insurance, coronavirus insurance, to come here that's issued by a Ukrainian company or an insurance company with an office in Ukraine, which basically means almost certainly you will have to buy that insurance. Now, it's not super expensive, but of course it's a bit annoying to have to go and buy it. On top of that, they have divided the world into red and green countries. So as you can guess, green countries means that you can just come once you have that insurance, but red countries mean that you will have to either self-isolate.
Привет.
Привет, открывай.
For 2 weeks here in Ukraine, or you can go and have a coronavirus test that you can actually get done in the airport, and you'll have the results within 24 hours. So basically you'll just have to do the test when you arrive, do it straight away, and then you can actually avoid the self-isolation. So a little bit more hassle than, say, pre-coronavirus times, but yes, Ukraine is open for you to come and travel to. So the second thing that I get asked is, okay, I can come to Ukraine, Conor, but are things open? Because maybe where you are at the moment, things are a little bit limited in terms of, restaurants, bars, clubs being open. What kind of restrictions you have? Are you made wear a stupid mask all the time? So here in Odessa, in the south of Ukraine, I can say that everything is open. You don't have to wear a mask. In fact, you just see masks amongst the staff serving you in the different restaurants and bars here, but you do not have any restrictions yourself. Now, the unfortunate thing is, and it's not obvious in this video because it's such a beautiful Indian summer's evening, is that very soon the weather will turn cold here in Odessa. Odessa is really a summer city. It's summer capital in Ukraine, and I don't recommend it as a place to come to in the winter in general. This time of year, the nightlife normally switches to the capital, Kiev, the all-year-round capital. Unfortunately, this year there are some restrictions. Now, there is nightlife in Kiev. Restaurants are open, of course. Bars are open until a certain time in the evening, usually around 11, 12 o'clock. But the hardcore clubbing that I would have enjoyed and gone with clients in the past, not happening right now. So your other alternatives are, of course, Lviv in the west, beautiful Lviv, lovely Lviv. But again, there also nightlife, it has started up a bit, but still not at full throttle. And that leaves the university city in the east, Kharkiv, and I think that is actually the best spot to go to because everything is open there and it really has a cool, more student vibe party scene going on. It's Ukraine's university city. So actually, in the last couple of months with the Zara experience, my clients who were to come in person, we had to switch things up because there was obviously political instability in neighboring Belarus, where I was scheduled to go to at the beginning of August. And in fact, that's actually what we're going to do. I'm going to go with the clients who have already invested in the Zara experience, and we're going to do that combo, Kharkiv and Kiev, over the next couple of months. So that is my recommendation about where you should probably think of going to at this time of year with this whole corona mess in 2020. It's going to be Kharkiv and probably Kiev are your best bets. Not here in Odessa, Mama, unfortunately, although everything is open, of course, here. So ultimately, I think it comes down to two factors whether you should come to Ukraine now in the fall, winter 2020, going into 2021. And that is, well, what are you looking for exactly? And number two, what are your other options like at the moment? Because starting with the second one, the options in Europe right now pretty much suck. I was actually thinking of traveling myself, and then I just went, I spoke to friends who were there in different countries, and they were telling me about the restrictions, and nightlife isn't really that happening, and just a lot of inconveniences that definitely in the south of Ukraine or in the east of Ukraine, you don't have at all. And even compared to Kiev and Lviv in the west, still much better in terms of having an enjoyable experience. So if you are considering just coming here, maybe you've met someone online, you want to talk to them, for example, or not talk to them, but meet them in the real life. You've been talking to them already, and they're maybe in Odessa. As you see, the weather is beautiful, and probably if you're looking for some more relaxed at the seaside, and you come right now, still a possible option. But I think going forward, you should understand that, yeah, Odessa in the winter is not Odessa in the summer. If you are looking to, on the other hand, party hard, have a blast, come and have more freedom than you've been experiencing in North America, Latin America, or Western Europe pretty recently, then see like Kharkiv in the east, even Kiev with some of the restrictions, still going to be a lot of stuff going on. It's going to be really interesting. So those are kind of like no-brainers, I think, if that's what you're looking for. Then Ukraine, get on a plane and come. As the Ukrainians like to say themselves, we are waiting for you. My ждем вас. I'm looking out over the skyline in Odessa on this incredible Indian summer's evening thinking, well, if this weather doesn't persuade you to come, then probably nothing will. Definitely open for business. Ukraine, still a fantastic option late autumn, winter 2020 going into 2021, especially compared to those other options across Europe, which really actually kind of sucks in most places. So if you're considering to come out here to Ukraine, or maybe somewhere else in Eastern Europe in the next couple of months, and you still have some burning questions, maybe you weren't able to glean all the information from this video, or maybe you have questions about a particular lady that you are planning to meet here and not really sure about how to handle that, then reach out to me and we can set up a consulting call together to discuss that further, and I can find a solution to whichever issue that you're trying to resolve. The way to do that is to write to me on my email, that is connorklein@czarexperience.com, or slide into my DMs. My handle on Instagram is czarexperience. And in fact, you should be watching, if you have Instagram. If you don't have Instagram, get on Instagram. And secondly, definitely go and follow me there because of the Instagram stories. I take these little clips on my phone every day, and I give you a glimpse of what life is like actually here in real time. So that is definitely a great resource for you if you're wondering further about what it's like here in Eastern Europe. So I'm going to stop rambling because I want to go enjoy this fantastic evening, Indian summer, Odessa style. See you very soon in the next video. Do побачення. До свидания from Odessa, Mama, Ukraine.
Czar Experience.